What's going on, guys? It's the Shades here, and today I'm going to be showing you the ultimate gaming PC. Now this is for the budget range, so if you guys are looking at building a budget PC in the month April of the year 2014, this is pretty much the best part that you can choose. So you're starting off, we're going to be showing you the processor. So the processor is pretty much everyone's been recommending for a budget build is the AMD FX 8350. Sorry, did I just say the 8350? I meant to say the 6300. The AMD FX 6300. It's a 6-core processor, stock clocked at 3.5 gigahertz, turbos to 4.1, and yeah, it's got six physical cores, unlike the Intel processors, which even the i3s they claim to be quad core. But that's not true. The dual core with hyper threading. I've seen one of the Amazon sales sites, and it's advertising an i3 as a quad core. That's not true. It was just a dual core with hyper threading. The AMD, however, has 6 physical cores and 6 threads, which is actually better. So, along with that, we're going to be going with a motherboard, and for the motherboard, we're going to choose the Gigabyte SKT AM3 Plus 78LMT S2P revision 5.1 motherboard. Long story short, this is a solid motherboard. It's got 2 DIMMs, so we're going to be going with a single module of 4 gigabytes. So you can get another one of these in the future, and that will give you a total of 8 gigs of RAM, which is absolutely perfect and suitable to what you need. For the storage, we're going to go for a Western Digital 1TB 3.5-inch drive. This is kind of cheap right now. It's £42. It's not too bad. It'll store all your games. It's pretty much everything. 1TB is quite enough. It'll do. You could upgrade this in the future, but it's not 100% necessary. Now, because this is a budget build, there is no need to get an SSD, but if you want to, this is actually beneficial for like faster boot up times. You can go ahead and you can get yourself an SSD. The one I've shown here is the SanDisk. It's kind of cheap. It's got 64 gigs. It's enough for an OS and a couple of games, couple things that you want to run on it. It'll do. And for the case, I recommend going for the Fractal Design Core 1000. I've seen this thing in real life. I'm sorry guys, I haven't actually been able to review all these things myself, but I've read all the reviews. I've read most of them anyways, and they seem like solid parts. And I've been looking up benchmarks. I've kind of based them off my own use. I do have some experience. For example, the next thing I would talk about is the Corsair CX 430 watt power supply. This is enough to run all your stuff. I mean, the graphics card I haven't gotten to yet, but the power supply, it's enough. It's enough for what we've got. I would recommend upgrading a power supply in the future if you are planning on adding, let's say, a different graphics card or a more beefy processor. But if you are doing that, you're probably going to be looking at upgrading your entire system anyways, because that motherboard is pretty much just built for what it's built for. You're not going to be expecting to put on like the top of the line 8 cores like the 9590 on this thing. So anyways, now we also got the graphics card, and this is pretty much the last thing on the list. And the graphics card that we've gone for is the 7770 by MSI. The reason why I chose this one is because it's very, very cheap at the moment, and it's pretty much almost as good as the R7 260X. Now, this is pretty much going to be able to give you the latest games like Battlefield 4 and Crysis 3 on medium settings at 1080p. So that is pretty much solid, and that's what you're going to be looking for from a budget rig. Now, I know if you guys are looking for the Ultra, if you guys want to play games on Ultra, you might want to go ahead and get the R9 270X, which is like nearly double the cost of this. So if you guys keep in mind, just extra textures for nearly double the price, is that worth for you? If it is, if that's what you're looking, if that's what you really want, then yeah, you can go ahead and get the R9 270X, but for base gaming and be able to run pretty much all kind of modern games, like the top of the line games, you'll be able to play most of them on medium to high settings at 1080p solid, with solid FPS, anything above 30, and some even at 60. So yeah, that is pretty much the guts of the system. So yeah, I hope you guys liked the video. If you did, be sure to leave a comment and subscribe, maybe, if you really like it that much. Stay tuned, I'll probably be doing a couple of more of these in the future. If you guys are interested in seeing some better PCs for a bit more, like I was saying, the R9 270X, then if you guys are interested in seeing stuff like that, go ahead, tell me in the comment section what you guys want to see, and that's it. Peace out, bye. This has been The Shades.